Hello again my friends, do you like Destiny 2 news? Well my wee laddies, you're in the right place. In this video, I've minced together all the glistening news offal from the week and stuffed it inside this video. So pour yourself a wee dram, pop on a bib and tuck into this Destiny 2 haggis, you clatty bastards. First up, Festival of the Lost. Bungie has confirmed it's not returning in Destiny 2, at least not for the foreseeable future. Here's how Deej responded when someone asked him if there would be a Festival of the Lost this year. No sir, we may see again someday, but Season 1 has been about launch and ritual activation. The first event for Destiny 2 is the Dawning. Now, for those of you who don't know, Festival of the Lost was a special Halloween event where you could collect unique emblems, shaders, emotes, and some pretty cool looking masks, and generally get in the Halloween mood, you know, spooky shit. Festival Easter eggs included random jump scares during Crucible games, the flaming wolf's mask turning blue when you use the Howl emote, and my favourite Festival Easter egg, this broom, which you could actually ride like a sparrow. Now check it out, as you can see this poor sweeper bot lost her broom. It could be found hidden away in the tower hangar, and yes, like I said, you could actually ride this thing Harry Potter style. Sadly, it only lasted for the duration of the festival, but it was a pretty cool Easter egg nonetheless. Now Destiny's next event is the Dawning. I'm hoping we get a few more event specific Easter eggs to enjoy. So yeah, like I said, no Festival of the Lost for the foreseeable future. Now if you're new to Destiny and those festival Easter eggs got you in the Halloween mood, here's a quick Festival of the Lost montage. Next up, Trials of the Nine. Now, as you're probably already aware, Trials has been postponed for 2 weeks while Bungie fixes an emote glitch. Trials will resume November 3rd. Now, many players wanted to know why Bungie didn't simply remove the emote responsible for the glitch until a fix was found, instead of removing Trials for 2 weeks. Well, community manager Cosmo responded with this statement. The first thing we looked at was temporarily disabling the emotes. This was not an option, or we would have taken it. We were able to remove it from the Eververse store to keep it from being more widely available while we work on a fix. Postponing Trials was not something we wanted to do, but we felt it was necessary until we can sort out this issue. So there you go, Trials of the Nine resumes Friday, November 3rd. Next up, I just wanted to say welcome to all the new Destiny 2 PC players. Today, a huge new community has the chance to finally tuck into the Destiny 2 PC experience. So is there really a huge difference between PC and console? Well, if PC players want a console style experience, they can have it, but the beauty of Destiny 2 on PC is the sheer range of options open to the player. 4K resolution at 60 frames per second, the ability to adjust the field of view, which I have to admit kind of blew me away when I tried it during the PC beta, not to mention ultra wide monitor support, dynamic range display support, in short, the option to melt eyeballs. So now that Destiny 2 has two distinct player bases, PC and console, will Bungie treat these two platforms as two separate entities? The answer is no, far from it in fact. When asked if Destiny 2 on PC is seen as being the same gameplay experience as on console, Bungie responded by saying that's the ideal. We want the same game across all platforms. Obviously, there's some differences between using a mouse and keyboard and a controller, but the goal is to make it the same. Now, Bungie does have the option to tweak the sandbox separately on PC if needed, but the idea is to keep both platforms in sync, and yes, that includes future game updates, patches, and expansions, all of which will release at exactly the same time on both PC and consoles. And even future faction rally events will take into account PlayStation, Xbox, and PC stats to decide who is the faction rally winner. So yeah, PC and consoles will share pretty much exactly the same gameplay experience. If anything drastically unexpected does happen on PC, the versions could diverge a little, but the intention is to keep the builds as similar as possible. Now, consoles are generally considered to be a lot less prone to cheaters and hacking than PC, so how does Bungie intend to address this? Well, here's what the studio had to say. With PC, you have to pretty much expect that anyone who downloads your game can go and try to do interesting and nefarious things to it, so you have to take it seriously. We have a dedicated team that's working on exactly that, and they will continue to keep keep an eye on it and keep working on things even after we launch. So what about esports? Given the possibility to play with a mouse and keyboard, would PC be the platform of choice if Destiny 2 were to ever move towards esports? And here's how Bungie responds. We love seeing that people spin off their own tournaments and different stuff like that for competitive gaming, but we don't have anything to announce right now about esports. When asked about changing the aim assist on PC if player feedback calls for it to be tweaked, Bungie had this to say. So we heard feedback on that and we're definitely listening and will continue to listen going forward, but right now we are planning to ship the controller similar to how it was in the beta. We think our controls on the controller are pretty good and people seem to like them, and we think that the PC players should have the ability to play that way if that's their choice. And finally, when asked if Bungie saw PC as the home of Destiny 2 and Destiny as a franchise given the capabilities, here's how the studio responded. We just want people to play wherever their friends are. That's what this platform is all about. For PC, it's about enabling PC gamers that aren't on console to play with their friends. Destiny is best played where your friends are. It's a great game solo, but there are activities that are absolutely intended to be played with others, and we think that whichever platform that is for you is the best one. So yeah, welcome to all you delightful new Destiny 2 PC players. As ever, I'll have you covered for all the latest news as and when it breaks, so feel free to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Next up, breaking news. Leaked audio files that potentially reveal some very interesting details about Destiny's future content. The data was collected by Reddit user The Ecumen, and I've linked his original post in the description box below. Now, before we talk about these leaked audio files, it's worth noting that nothing is official until Bungie reveals it themselves, so take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Having said that, spoiler warning. If these audio files turn out to be legit, there's definitely spoilers ahead, so turn back now if you want to keep things a mystery. If you're still here, let's begin. First up, there's mention of two new destinations. One of them is Ganymede, which is the largest moon of Jupiter, a moon which is said to have been of interest to the Traveller. The audio files also reveal there is Vex on Ganymede, and future war cult vendor Lakshmi asks if the Vex on Ganymede exhibit new behaviours. There's also talk of new missions and secrets on this moon. The other new destination is the Myriad. Now, the Myriad is described as being on the system's edge and a first step away from this solar system. Unlike Ganymede, there is also a Vex presence on the Myriad. Now, interestingly, all of the lines of dialogue spoken about both Ganymede and the Myriad are from the three faction vendors, who all seem to have missions for you to carry out on these new destinations. There's also some very interesting dialogue from Lord Saladin confirming the return of Osiris. There's definitely some beef between these two characters. Saladin says this about Osiris: he's dangerous. I don't care what he says or what fool adventures he's led you on. Remember, Ikora restored the Warlock Orders after Osiris was exiled. She shaped the city, he abandoned it. So yeah, Saladin definitely not a fan of Osiris, which should make for some very interesting banter when he returns in the Curse of Osiris expansion. And get this, Saladin even mentions Rasputin, a warmind that looks set to be the focus of Destiny's second expansion. He says Rasputin is not to be trusted. That warmind will do anything to get what he needs. Fairwinter hoped Rasputin would help us. That hope cost me my brothers and sisters in arms, the Iron Lords. I will not abide losing you, Guardian. If it were up to me, we'd be at all-out war with Rasputin, but my time to lead is over. Our future is in your hands. There's also audio files talking about returning to the Lighthouse and meeting Shiro again. Now, Shiro was a vendor introduced to Destiny in Rise of Iron. There's even hints that Cade 6 dies. And there's more. Audio files talking about returning to the Cosmodrome, the Moon, Mars, Venus, the Dreadnought and the Reef, and the return of Crimson Days, the Dawning, Festival of the Lost, Prison of Elders, and Sparrow Racing League. Now, Cosmo has already revealed that Bungie has no current plans to bring Prison of Elders to Destiny 2, and Deej said no to Festival of the Lost in Year 1. So some of these audio files could simply be cut content or hints of what's to come in Year 2, or perhaps a mixture of both. And we're not done yet. There's also a line from Ikora who says, what if there was a fourth energy, void, solar arc, and what? I sometimes tire of all these threes. Now, a fourth energy could mean a fourth subclass, which, yeah, would be pretty damn epic. Now, whether this is simply filler dialogue given to Ikora to say when you approach it in the tower, or a legit hint at a fourth subclass, remains to be seen, but I do hope that it's the latter. Please, Bungie, a fourth subclass would be epic. So what do you guys think about all these leaked audio files? Be sure to leave a comment below and let me know. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that news roundup video. If you did, feel free to slap a cheeky like on it. It really does help this channel grow. You see, YouTube's effing algorithm loves it when a video has a lot of interaction, be it likes, comments, or simply sticking around until the end of the video like you're doing now. Plus, your feedback really helps inform me as to what kind of content you like to see on this channel. So yeah, if you like it, let me know. Thank you. And guys, if you want to watch a video in which I break down all the future content you can expect in seasons 1 and 2 and beyond, click this image. It's a pretty detailed video packed with info, so be sure to check it out. Thanks again. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for daily Destiny content, and thank you so much for watching, and as always, until next time, Guardians.